Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie, and this is an amazing Sunday night in 2022. But today I did want to go over 2021. So let me get the audio video checked and come back and see who's in chat, because that's like my favorite part.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Oh, I do like that. Let's see, do I have a camera one? I don't. It told me my camera one died already. Of course it did. Am I back? Oh, I was back and then I was gone. Just like that. So I had video and audio. And then it'd be gone. So we are going to switch to my webcam. Wah, wah, wah. All right, we'll bring you over. Whew. What's going on, everybody? So I know the video was a little screwed up. How is the audio? Hey, Bob. Lefty's in the house. Lefty, lots of numbers. Or 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Did I say that right? 3, 2, 1, 3, A. Oh, man, I was close. Hey, Monica Lynn, who's also MLT Plants. Oh, look at everybody on Master Aquatics. New local, Austin. This is great. Hashtag Funky Funk. I heard it was Funk's birthday today. Make sure if he's in the chat, you wish him a happy birthday for me. That's awfully nice of him to come here on his birthday. Hey, Alice. Skull. Woo, Jeremy. DLC Aquatics. Hashtag Funk. Monster Gal. Thank you for posting my link. You and Bob. You guys are awesome. And anybody else in the mod from the oh, what do I have a super chat already? Oh my God, this is awesome. Danikin, what a way to start my day. Thank you. Danikin, super chat, $5 saying, what up, Susie Q? What up, Danikin? I was trying to find, because Funk just mentioned it, when I imitated him. It was about 2.5 years ago, probably. I think he was right. Man, that was probably... I thought it was as hysterical as building myself inside a chicken coop. Oh my God, Finn Wiggles. Okay, everybody in the chat, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate it. Let me tell you, I'm making that go a long way. It really does help. Liquid Zoo, only fins. Whee! We're going for a ride, right, 3G? Did I get everybody? Paul McCarthy, hey, 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 3G. Who am I missing out? Barbara Jackson. What's going on, Barbara? Barbara, is that a new icon? I don't know, but I like it. Wait a minute. Is that who I think I see? Gamer! That's to quote Steamfot. Diane. Hi, Diane. How are you? Mike's Aquatics and things. Mike's Aquatics up, y'all freaks. I can't see who's mods. I thought he was a mod. I'm not saying it. Degenerate. Oh, yeah, he's a mod. Vinoxy. Oh, Fishkoto. Did I say that right? Marik, hello, hello. So many people in chat. And I'm so excited because I want to talk about a whole bunch of different things. Updates on what's going on. I put together a video, small video clip, might be 10 minutes, of how I got this fish room to this point. And I didn't want to do a video on it as much as I wanted to do it and be able to interact with you guys in chat while we were doing it. So I thought this would be great. So I'm going to start that in just a few minutes. I will pause it if anybody has any questions or anything. But I'd say it's riveting, but not. Oh my gosh, how is everybody? I gotta take a deep breath because I'm so excited. My fish tanks, gotta calm myself because I get so excited, man. So excited. Paul, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Look, I can't believe Deemer's in the house. Deemer, Mississippi hippie. Hey, y'all. I think I got everybody. Cute. Chattanooga got something while we were at Repticon yesterday, saving it for the show. I can't wait. I can't wait to see. I was so jealous. I wanted to go with you guys so bad. But if it was only 800-mile drive, and I don't think I would have been able to make it. But I mean, I go to these rep shows by myself, and it's fun because I enjoy going. But it's so much more fun when you go with other people who like scaly things too, though. So it's like MFTA. Which one does that stand for? What is it? I don't know what that is. But we're going to go over that. I do also want to go over a new venture that I'm thinking about getting into, and I want your feedback on it because that's what we do. Some of my fish room I'm not going to show because the video is coming out Tuesday. Let's just say I did go deep and I did go dirty, so very excited to show that. Let me give you a little peek about my 180 because I just love it. If that camera's on, there we go. Oh my gosh, see how the water is getting low? I still have not connected the back. I still have not connected the back to it because I don't know. Let me move me over. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I got 1-inch bulkheads and 3/4-inch bulkheads, and that's as far as I got. That's as far as I got. I do have like a sump underneath it that I could use. It's just getting the PVC and getting it hooked up. So right now I'm still running off the canister, and when I fill it, I got to be very careful how full I got it so that I don't go over the overflow because there's really nothing to catch the water in the back. And you can see on the top, there's still a DeWalt clamp up there. Let me show you what Jump Hone had in mind, which I think is pretty cool. If this will work, it's better than nothing. So he got this, 2 of these for the front. No, this is for the top. What the heck did he get? Yes, did I just walk away? I did. I just walked away like you guys were sitting in my living room and could see me. That's so funny. So he got this heavy duty thing that's going to go over the lip. This to go over the top, and another one for the back because I really don't know how to fix that support. I've got the DeWalt thing up there now, that clamp. It's pretty big and bulky. I mean, it works, but it's big and bulky, but so I still got to figure that part out. But that's my 180, man. Shanna in the house? Where's Shanna? 503. Look at that. Shanna in the house. I heard she can be very professional, so that's what I heard. I do want to talk about something, though, real quick. I'm going to show. Because I got this for my Christmas. This is a tumbler. And it's sublimated, and I really loved it. I wonder how hard it is to sublimate your own coffee cups. So look at that. I made my own Q Aquatics coffee cup. And I'm practicing. I made a science gal. I didn't show her yet, but I'm using her channel art. I'm going to send it to her. And the Aquatic Morning Show. She hasn't seen it yet. Shh, don't tell her. I got to get her address and send it to her. And this one was a big fail. Bird Garden. It was supposed to be his artwork on it, but because I'm still learning. But that's what I want to do. I want to make coffee cups. Like, how great is that? I'll make whatever you want. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. What's up, Miss Q? Ooh. When 180 fails, that's not fun. That's what I'm afraid of, Tanked. That's what I'm afraid of. That is why when he came up with this, because he's not going to weld it, he's going to like bolt this together and then nice and taut, not too tight, and then we will release the DeWalt clamp and it should be good to go and not too intrusive. But I don't know what other people do when that brace breaks. I mean, that's serious business. Snoochie Booch. Snoochie Booch, I love it. I never got into the pneumatic rifles, but I've looked into the big bore ones. Ooh, this sounds exciting. I use cast lead 45 slugs. Seems like a great time, especially if powder and primers are hard to get. Hard to get again. Oh my God, that sounds so exciting, didn't it? Q styling with the coffee mugs. Yes, Majestics. Like, how fun is this going to be? I have a clubhouse that I've belonged to for many, many years. Many, many years. 12 Keys Clubhouse. Made one for the 12 Keys Clubhouse. I'm like, this could be fun. This could be a business that helps tie me together between retirement checks. That's what I'm hoping. You love it? Oh, good, good, good. That is so cool. Big fan of sublimation. Me too. I mean, it's hot though. It's freaking hot. But anyway, I digress. I am going to talk about that a little more. I did want to show my baby Oscars that are covered in ick, but I'm going to leave them to rest right now. They're at peace. They're resting. They're not at peace. They're resting. And they got one dose so far of Ick-X. I got to do a water change tonight before I go to bed and give them another dose. I have never gotten baby Oscars that didn't get ick, and I don't know why. Oh, Rack, did you see what I did? What? Why am I oh, I thought I was dizzy there. Okay, Rack, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so I'm going to try again. But I tried to make a coffee cup with your art design. I was making you a surprise. But look at the background came out brown. It's not supposed to be brown. It's supposed to be gray. And so I'm going to try again. But I wanted to surprise you. But I was like, fail. So most of these are failed. They're like, oh, I messed up here. I messed up here. But I'm learning. And I'm thinking through learning. That's how I, when I mess up, I learn the best. So, hey, Scott. Fisherman in the house. So, as you guys know, I've been working on the reptile room. And I came to a screeching halt as soon as I came to the sliding glass doors. But what I decided to do is I'm going to move forward with siliconing the inside seams, doing the expanding spray foam, setting up a 2x4 to keep the substrate in, and just build the bioactive enclosures with no doors and push that off. Because I am so disappointed that everything came to a screeching halt because I can't think it through. Like, I can't see how they work in my head. And it sounds real easy. Oh, just do this and just put in a rack and just do that, or just drill out this. I'm like, if I can't see it, I can't do it. So instead of having that come to a complete halt, I'm going to move forward because I know how to make bioactive and I know how to be creative with that expanding foam. Love it. And I'm just going to keep moving forward. Lucky Smith, thank you. Thank you for those words. That is so sweet. Never fail when you're learning, because I'm doing Leslie Aquatic. Susie Q, how are you, girl? Look at this. How are you? Oh my God, look at that fish. Woo, woo, woo. This is great. I want to do some metal prints with sublimation. My sisters all do sublimation. I'm telling you, Daryl, I'm really loving it. And if I can do the sublimate mugs, sublimation on the mugs, I'm not getting into the cloth yet because that's not the kind of press I have. I have a cup press. So I could do this. I don't think I can do 15 ounce. I think I can only do 11 ounce at this time. But I thought it's perfect to practice on. It's perfect. But I did pick up a dozen microfiber cloths from the dollar store because they're all polyester. And I figure I could practice with dollar store stuff, right? Yes, and I get all my sublimation needs at Any Up Graphic Supplies. If you don't know about that website, this business is near and dear to my heart. Let me tell you. When I started my fish room upstairs in my bedroom, they were starting a small decal business in my basement. This is my daughter, Amy and Kyle, and that decal business moved on to vinyl creations and decals and wrapping cars, which has then moved on to they supply vinyl and sublimation stuff, but they supply the vinyl and all that stuff to crafters, and they got a brick and mortar store, warehouse, and now they're looking for something bigger. They're no longer out of my basement, hence new fish room. So Anti-Up Graphics and Supplies is where I'm getting this. They gifted me a startup part of this business, so I'm going to try to make this work. The Fishy Mind, glad it's not snow, but oh, I got snow and ice here. 3G, whoa, whoa, $10 super chat. Thanks for letting us hang with you. No, thank you for hanging with me. Are you kidding? No, thank you. Thank you for hanging with me. Is that Haley? Q, I gotta say how impressed I am how much of a champion you are. Champion? We are the champ. Okay, every day I see you kill it. I'm killing it. Ooh! And I am so proud to be your friend. Never stop. Live your tubes. Oh, live your best life. Live your tubes. What? I love you. I love you too, Haley. This is so awesome. Look at all the support. I feel so supported and loved. I'm telling you, I love the Fish Fam. I try to explain it to other people. They don't get it. They don't get it. They said, well, I was on social media and the fish people are real mean. I'm like, that's different. It's not the Fish Fam. Dana Quinn, what time is your stream? Got to come show support. Yes, Majestics. That would be cool. Okay, so what was I saying? I don't know. I got so sidetracked because I was so excited. But I want to show you when my kids moved out, the empty room that I had, and what I had to do, and what I am doing. So if you want, it's like a 10-minute video. I'm going to show that, and I'm going to stay up in the little corner, so if there's any questions, I'll be able to pause. Let's see if it works. So this, they left me their corner desk, which I thought was great. Okay. There's some shelves, not sturdy enough for like knickknacks, but so right now what I'm going to do is take apart that bottom shelf and see what do I need to do. Can I utilize these shelves if I reinforce them? So that's where I'm at now. All this was set up great for knickknacks. 12 by 15. And it happens to have a sump in the floor. So I don't know if it works yet. And it's pipes run up. I've had the house 15 years, never used it. So right now I just took off that bottom shelf. I'm going to keep going because I think if I can remove this 2x4, I can put 2x4s going up to reinforce this. Let me tell you, this was hard just to pull everything apart. And so what I mean by reinforcing it is if I can get a 2x4 going up this way to the 2x3 over here, and this is on nothing, but if I can reinforce it from the ground, which is easy enough, straight down, because this is what I want the 2x4s to hold up. And then once that's done, I could put another top on it, because this is pretty flimsy, but it's actually irrelevant because this is what's holding it up. And as long as all four corners are holding it up, we'll be good. Does that make sense? I decided to rip out the whole bottom part of this section, and I'm just going to rebuild. So I'm going to fit my turtle tub in this corner and build a 75-gallon stand on the left-hand side of this. I think I'm going to enclose this in with paneling. Maybe I could find a real cute aquatic kind of paneling so that you don't see that it's a tub. Stay with me here. I can't wait to show you. This will be for the 3 red air sliders that are right now in a 40-gallon breeder for the winter. That just doesn't seem fair. So this is a 100-gallon, and I'm going to have all this. And let me just mention they're adolescents. They're only about 6 inches big. They're not full-grown red air sliders. Grass area, I'll have 2 litter boxes back there in case anybody wants to lay eggs in the spring, and that'll be the basking area for the turtles. What do you think? Oh, I need to brace the center. Hold, please. I need to brace the center of a 75-gallon tank because that's the only tank that I put up there. And I figure because it was only 4 feet apart, I didn't have to. Ooh. Gonna have to revisit. I hope it works out the way I'm thinking. Revisit that center. But either way, I scrubbed this out. I probably should have left the algae in there, but I don't care. I scrubbed it out, bleached it, rinsed it, and now I'm getting ready to fill it with water. But first I gotta dry the floor because I want to make sure I can see if it's leaking. And by the way, it does drip. So I have a little drip pan under there that I empty out once a week and use it to water all my plants. But it does drip, but I'm using it anyway. So I might actually just put a shelf down here for storage. Yeah, that didn't work out. I ended up putting another 40-gallon breeder down there. Figured that part out yet? Or I could put another little turtle tank. So I got a lot of turtles that come in for the winter. The tortoises, though, they're going in the reptile room. And so now for this shelf, this is actually the old baseboard. He secured that to the wall and is using this metal. So I don't know if I just need to tear it all down and start again. I think just a couple of reinforcements because up here is going to be my frog enclosures. So those enclosures are going to have dirt, be a bioactive setup, no real water, maybe like a pan of water. But when he had that 2x4 going across the top of the baseboard heat, that was set in and drilled in to where the studs were. None of this is reinforced yet. So I have to reinforce the back. And in order for me to reinforce the back wall, I have to take off this shelf, then put some two. Thank you, Lefty. Super chat $2. All right, done lurking. Was going on Susie. Thank you so much. Four is back there. And then I can, real easy, stabilize this part of it. That'll be easy. And this is going to be for my 3-foot terrariums. So yeah, I have 3 different front opening 3-foot enclosures that my bearded dragons are in. They're moving up to a 4-foot by 2-foot, and those I'm going to keep the 3-foot by 18 by 18 for my frogs. And then I have a lot of 18-inch terrariums that'll fit up here, but I don't want to put anything up here until I stabilize down there first. But this took all day, and this is without, I only reused stuff that I had. Okay, thank you, Chris, for lurking while driving. Don't text. This, to tear this apart, took a full, probably 10 hours. I didn't think it was going to be that hard just to take it apart. So that took all day to get this done. So as I took apart that shelf, this is what it was held together with. So I didn't want to trust these. I would rather do what I saw on John KG Tropical's channel. So right here is the sump. Not sure if it works yet or not, but I can get it to work because there's actually a pipe leading outside. This needs to be reinforced still. So I brought all my outside plants inside out of the cold, and I'm gonna leave them here in like a living wall during the winter. So I've just been given a 180-gallon aquarium now, and I got the dimensions, and now I got to build the stand. So this is my very first stand, I might add. The first stand that I've ever built. I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and the 2 that I came down to was Joey at DIY and John from KG Tropicals. They seemed to be the easiest for me to understand, and I liked John's because his guide rails were on the outside, and I liked that because I thought I needed more space on the inside bottom rail or the bottom rack. So what I did for the bottom, I used 2x4s, and for the top I used 2x6s. It's the first rack I've ever made, and I kind of liked it. But there was a little bit of a bow in the top 2 2x6s. And by a little bit of a bow, it was over a 1/4 inch. But at least I put the bow facing the same direction on both of the 2x6s. So I asked my neighbor if he'd come down. He had an electric planer. So he came down and made it level. I could not make this level because of the warp in it. He was nice enough to come down and shave off some of the top of the mill. This is also the same guy that made my wooden logo. Okay, so I just found out the guys are coming to deliver the tank, so I have to paint the back of this wall black. The first layer, the first coating looked horrible. The second coating, I didn't think there was going to be any hope whatsoever. This was the worst idea I thought I've ever had. I got to tell you, I like broke down and cried. I thought, I've ruined the wall. What made me think I was going to have a black walls? How am I going to paint this black when I can't even get the coverage? But by the third layer, or by the third coating, it started to look pretty decent. So I painted the stand as well and waited for the guys to deliver the tank. Which, by the way, when they delivered the tank, it was still a little tacky wet. And the guy left with black on his hands. I don't think he was so happy.
Ooh, untouchable, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
See, they got those big suction cups. These guys were so sweet.
Excited?
I'm
so excited.
Well, that was an understatement, but there's still a lot of cleaning to do. And that was the one. So what I did is I filled the tank up with water and vinegar, cleaning vinegar, and I ran it for a couple days, and this is what the tank looks like today. The tank also came with these 3 amazing lights. I cleaned them up a little bit and put them on this gorgeous light hanger that spans over the 6 foot. Now, one of them doesn't work because the plug is broken. I just have to figure out how to replace the plug or fix the plug. And this is great. It's on a timer. As I was letting the tank clean out, I moved all my plants over so I could build a living wall. Thank you, John Baga. You're so sweet. And no, that's not chalkboard paint. The first coat was enamel. The second 2 coats were latex. I didn't know you're not supposed to mix the 2. And it was just a train wreck because I didn't have any more money for more paint, and the guys were coming in like 2 hours. So and now the rest of it is like this flat latex paint. In order to do that, I wanted to liquid rubberize the wall and try to get that as waterproof as possible before hanging up my living wall. This is what I made the living wall out of. These little pockets. So here it is. They all sit in these pockets. It's like 6 or 7 cloth pockets in a row. And there's a plastic backing, even though I waterproofed the back wall. So I'm watering the plants with the pond water, the turtle pond water, and letting it drip down. And they look so much better. I love it. So I'm also bringing down my nano tanks, my terrariums, you know, that have a lot of my frogs. This is where my front opening 40-gallon breeders are going to be, but I have to really dismantle them, take everything out. They're just way too heavy. Yeah, there a lot of my bioactive upstairs out of baby turtles. They're going to go in a 55-gallon, and I'm going to use those front opening 40-gallon breeders for my tree frogs. So, or maybe even build something for some poison dart frogs. A little bit of storage space down there. Everything I have is like, got this black shower curtain hanging up. Yeah, because I'm classy like that. Everything's got a black shower curtain. And then I just got this sink. It's not hooked up or anything, but I got this sink from Home Depot, $30, metal legs. Tomorrow I'm going to be seeing if this sump works. I've lived in this house 15 years and we've never used it, so I'm going to see if that works. And this is how I've gotten so far. So I got my tank here. I kept the desk. All my fish artwork, well, some of my fish artwork. I still have some more upstairs. And I put the shower curtain up. I got some more plants down there. Some tanks I'm working on, turtle tub, living wall, and this is going to be nano tanks. I'm going to be breaking down my nano tanks in my washer and dryer room and bringing them in here. All going to be natural, hopefully self-sustaining. This is how far I got on the fish room in 2021. Let me tell you guys, I'm having such a blast. It's hard work, it's a lot, and because I'm also doing the reptile room, I feel like I'm moving slowly. But when I show you the update, and it's only been 2 months since I started, I feel very, very confident. Hi, John. John joined the chat too. So I love it. And that sink, the cheapest one I could find was $130. Guys, I am out of work. Can't find work. Ended up going for Social Security. $130 for a fluff sink that I could probably attach an extra Python extension and use the one across the basement. But I really wanted John to run some piping over here and have some kind of sink set up next to a sump. But $130 for just a slop sink that I didn't really need. But then I saw one for 30 bucks. I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot. And it came in. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let me show you. This is how it is now. So that's the living wall, which I love because I can use the pond water down there. See the pond water to keep everything wet. I'm going to be setting up an automatic mister for all these tanks and using the pond water so it's not going to run out. And then there's my, and everything else you see behind you. So it's like pretty cool. I'd show you the nano tanks, but I'm really working on them now. I'm trying to make 6 or 7 aquariums in this room natural. So I won't have filters besides the 180. I won't have filters. I won't have heaters. John is helping me because his regular job is HVAC. And he won't let me forget that in his title is the word master. No, he's not requiring me to call him master yet. But he is a master mechanic, whatever that is. But anyway, he says he can make it so this room and the reptile room stay at 75 degrees. Because if they're at 75 degrees, I can leave the heaters where they are, just unplug them all. Because my electric bill is ungodly. It's ungodly. Dragon layers in the house too. Oh, guys, there's a link in there for Skippers. Facebook Marketplace. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but Skipper's trying to get to 500. We're going to get them to 500 because we got some exciting things coming up. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit too. But that is my fish room to date. I love it. I thought I'd be able to tear down my Oscar tank. I tear that down. It's a 55-gallon. I definitely need another human to help me carry it. Now, you guys know John got shocked, thrown off a 10-foot ladder, broke his back a few months ago. So I can't really ask him to help me. So I need another human being to come in my house, help me move. I got to drain some tanks, help me move them to get them into place. Because when I walk into this room, there's another place for a 55-gallon. I actually have a place for a 180 right here. If I ever find one for free, I will build another stand and put it right behind me. I don't mind moving the desk up a little bit. I don't mind getting rid of the desk for a 180, another 180. How great would that be? But anyway, I'm dreaming. I'm going to keep it with what I have and try to figure out how do I get me even a 40-gallon breeder that is got 2 or 3 inches of substrate in it. It's got a pond area, trees area. That is very, very heavy. So I think I have to tear the whole thing. I wish you could help me too. Are you anywhere near Bucks County? You could help me. I don't think you are. Aren't you down in Florida? Tank says, considered going solar. We have about $220 a month. I would have to replace my roof. They came out and they did an estimate and looked at everything. Yeah, my electric bill is probably over 500, which is insane. And I know it has everything to do with heaters. I don't have any chillers. But the thing is, the reptiles with 21 enclosures, especially in the winter, because I have all 3 different species of tortoises inside my house, need UVB and UVA. So they got those 2 elements going on. Almost every one of my reptiles, UVB isn't a big drain, but the basking light and the heat Oh my gosh. It is like, okay, there's got to be a better way. But if you haven't seen the video from Terry's Tanks, did I say I missed the T in there? Terry's Terrific Tanks? Help me out here, guys. Terry's Tanks. He did a great video on how to hook up electricity so there's no more daisy chaining, because I'm infamous for daisy chaining and I know it's not safe. So this room, I want to keep it safe and keep it moving, hence the push for the natural. And if John can get heat in here so it stays 75 degrees, I won't have to heat those tanks, and I think that would be amazing. Facebook Marketplace is tag sales, people getting rid of, don't want for cheap. Right, I'm looking for windows. I thought if I could find a shed windows, smaller windows, anything that's around 2 foot by 4 foot or smaller, I just put hinges on them and make those for my reptile enclosures. Or a shed window that open double hung, I can move it on its side and do it that way. I'm looking all over. Tom's in the house. Our houses were not meant to have electric heat. Ah, true. Monday night, though, Tuesday it will run constant. This is so ridiculous because it is freezing. It is freezing. And I don't mind if I have to put on extra layers, but my heaters are running extra. At least I'm grateful we haven't lost power. Knock on wood. Maiden name's wood. I can knock on wood. Because I don't even want to think about it. We're not going there. Didn't happen. So yeah, these houses, my house was built in 1970s. So it was built with baseboard, but John fixed it. But he is going to put in a mini split for me. I think it's a 1-ton mini split that should do these 2 rooms fine and keep it at the right level. Keep it at the right, like if it's at the right, as long as my house has heat, these rooms should be fine. So when I turn off the basking lights and the lights in the reptile room on a timer, when they go off, I don't mind it dropping down to 70, but I can't have it going down below that. That's just way too cold. Too cold and too much fluctuation in a 24-hour period. Hey Glitch, I'm working on 2 jobs maintaining 8 fish tanks. That's awesome. That's a going rate here in my state. Yeah, I've been looking at reptiles to buy. What kind, Paul? What are you looking for? I know a lot about reptiles, but nothing about snakes. Although a hognose snake is on my list of a dream snake, but John does not like what they eat, how they eat. The kiss method, yes, I got to keep it simple. My 2 tortoises use about $50 a month. 200 watt from November to April. Get out of here. How do you keep it down? Well, maybe that's about right, because I got my sulcatas, my Russian tortoises, and if you have Russian tortoises, you know they're not community animals, and I got 4 of them. So there's 3 separate enclosures. The 2 males each have to have their own enclosure, because when they think they're mating, they're attacking and eating they're eating other tortoises. It's bad, bad, bad. My cherry head, my wood turtles. Yeah, so that's a lot of separation. I can't just have one big enclosure. Now, when they're outside from the spring until fall, now don't get me wrong, I do have some turtles outside. They're hibernating or brumating. They're fine. It's the ones that I have to bring in that are just, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I'm using an electric radiator. My bill is sky high. I got a little electric heater right up here because I come down here about 5 o'clock in the morning right after I let the chickens out. Oh, the chickens. I got an egg. My very first egg. Sidetrack, sorry. After I let the chickens out, I come down here, and it's so great when I turn the lights on blue and just meditate in this room. But this morning, I was freaking cold. I'm like, that kind of ruined my whole moment. Manes, tails, furs, and fins. Do you, Jess? Do you want to see how the cup turned out? I'm so excited. Let's see if I can get it. Look at this. I did that. I made that. I did that. Oh my God. How great is that? So if you guys don't know, I feel horrible. I dicked over Jess pretty badly. Not on purpose. And she's such a sweetheart. Oh my God, she's so sweet. But I could not mail out my axolotls. I just couldn't do it. Mental breakdown, anxiety attack, on the floor crying. I'm such a mess. Not a professional fish shipper by any stretch of the imagination. And she was so kind. So kind. So I wanted to make her a mug so badly. Mini splits are awesome. I'm excited. It's a 1 ton. I thought I needed a 2 ton. He looked at me. He said, who's the fish keeper? Who's the AC vet? Okay, I'm like, all right, fine. I'll be quiet. Lefty, do you know where I can find some Ninja suction cups? Have you used them? Guess who has very good experience with them as well? John from KG Tropicals, because I think he bought some for his 300-gallon tank. And your local fish store might even have them for you to rent. They might. Mine did. My other half won't allow a snake in the house. Me too. Me too. And this is the first time I experienced, before John moved in, keep in mind, we've been together over a decade. He just moved in a year and a half ago. Before he moved in, I was a queen of my palace, man. When I said go, if I wanted to use spatulas and colanders in my fish room, I'm the mom. It's my house. Who cares, right? Well, now it's different because he was upstairs. He goes, have you seen the calendar? And I was like, uh-oh, this isn't going to turn out well. And I went, I can go get it. And he says, oh my God, there's fish stuff in it. And he tried to blow it off, but I knew. I was like, I got to remember, I'm still the queen. I'm still the queen of the castle. But it's not just me here, so I can't just do those things anymore. I think I want milk frogs are awesome. I have a new baby girl ball python coming. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Hey, Stephen P. Oh, I'm so jealous. Look at his lunatics in the house. Having a box every so many feet is advantageous. Says less use power bars. Easy to be done. Yes, that is what John is doing. I need 21. I need 10 boxes of 4 in each box for the reptile room. And he's putting it together and putting it on a dedicated line, and there will be no daisy chain. And it should be perfect. It should be fine. Nothing like fresh chicken eggs. I had one. Now, granted, these are silky, so the egg is a kind of small, and I don't know which one laid it because nobody was sitting on it. And I don't know enough about what do I have to do. I put it in the refrigerator to eat it, or do I, like, I know I don't want to incubate it. I don't want baby chicks. Well, I do want baby chicks, but no, I don't want baby chicks. My white silkies give me 4 eggs a week. I have 3 hens, 3 silky hens, and if I could get 3 eggs every day or 3 eggs every other day, I would be in heaven. That's all I need. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem eating eggs every day. She has for 2 months now. Oh, that is so awesome. Petroman, have you ever been to Montana? I have not, but maybe he has. Yeah, I've heard about the suctions. When they use them, this tank is heavy. This tank, I think, was 600 pounds empty. I think that's what they said it was. Absolutely. They had no problems with them. Already in love with my Solomon Island ground boas. Oh, eggs don't need refrigeration. Okay, that's what I thought. So I want to get a little basket, a little egg basket. But I thought, okay, I'm jumping the gun. I have 1 egg. Do I really need an egg basket for 1 egg? But I was just so excited. I try so hard to get those hens to come in my kitchen, and they wouldn't. And John was like, thank God they didn't. Why would you want them in the kitchen? I just wanted that, to get warmed up. But I know they're fine. They're fine outside. They have a chicken coop. They have a run that's totally raccoon safe. They're fine. I have to let it go. But they're so cute, and they're so little. Oh, I got to do some research on those, Bob. We're doing research on reptiles. If you only rinse, they don't need refrigerated. If you wash it really good, then it's a good idea to refrigerate. Okay. Okay. True tanked. My nephew keeps them stacked in a cabinet. I know that he doesn't keep eggs stacked in a cabinet, right? Does he? Oh, yeah, I guess he does. Paul, if you get a crested, they are fairly easy to keep. Oh, my gosh. Crested geckos, leopard geckos. It depends on if you have a tank or an enclosure that you want to go up versus across. Figure out if you want to set up a misting system or mist it every day or have more of a desert-like. Oh my gosh. I love my reptiles. I love my reptiles, and I want to have an earthworm farm. because I need more earthworms because my axolotls eat them, the turtles eat them. I already have the dubia roach farm. It's almost enough. Crickets, I can't stand crickets. I don't like their smell, the way they sound, the way they look, nothing about them. So I actually purchase them in the store once a week. Everybody gets crickets and then they're done because I can't stand them. Super worms, like you can grow your own stuff. Well, you not grow your own stuff, but propagate. Is that the right word? Breed your own food. That way you know they're gut loaded. And all it's gut loaded is all those vegetables and stuff that you want your reptile to eat, that a lot of them are finicky and don't eat. Have those insects and those bugs eat them. So when your animal eats the bugs, they get the goodness. They get the goodness, right? We have a similar, well, nearly exactly like in reptiles. Awesome snakes. I just wish. How difficult are chameleons? Chameleons aren't difficult. They're more of a watch me pet, like a spectator pet. At least mine were. My chameleons didn't even want me to recognize that I saw them. So when I'm looking for them, this is going to sound silly, I pretend like I'm still looking for them. When we did well checks, they came out fine. They're kind of, mine veil chameleons were sensitive. A little sensitive. My male died at 8.5 years old. The female got egg bound at 5 years old. But they weren't difficult, but they were high, humid, screened fresh air, UVB, food, moving water because they don't recognize still water. So it's a little bit more research, but your enclosure could look amazing. You could have your own real life terrarium inside. It's like 4 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot would be enough for a veiled chameleon. Now, obviously, if you get a panther chameleon, you might need more space. But yeah, I do like the chameleons. Higher humidity, though. Don't keep leopard geckos in a desert tank. Absolutely not. They need that humid, and they need a humid hide and a dry hide. I have 3 hides because the tank is 3 foot long. They got the hot hide, in the middle temperature, and then the cool humid hide that has sphagnum moss in. Plus, they're drinking water all the time. A dish of calcium. Yeah, I love my leopard geckos. Some of my animals are friendly to be held. Others are more of like my Chinese water dragon. I like to watch him. I interact with him all the time. He's probably about that big. High humidity, 20-gallon tank in with him. He's a big climber, sharp nails, sweetheart, very gentle sweetheart. But he doesn't like to be carried around like my bearded dragon or the Eurymastix. He wants to be in his enclosure. He doesn't want me to feed him with tongs. He wants to find the food. He wants to go hunting. He likes that whole thing. So every one of my reptiles is very different. Very, very different. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 7:50 already. I can't even believe it's 7:50 already. Oh, you keep leopard gecko. 75-gallon setup for my year-old ball python. I guess somebody else can talk about that because I don't know anything about snakes. I would love a baby musk turtle. Oh my gosh. Majestic cichlid, that's my favorite turtle. I have baby musk turtle and it's in a palindarium. So it's a 36, it's like a 40-gallon breeder, but it's front opening. And the whole bottom 4 inches is water with a filtration on it. Because even full grown, they only get that big. But the first couple of years, they stay real little. And then there's a place for them because they like to get up and not bask as much as get in the dirt, go in the water, in the dirt, in the water. I love the musk turtle. Oh my gosh. So adorable. Love. I actually have a Pac-Man frog on the land area with my musk turtle because they'll never really quite meet. But I love the musk turtle. But they're hard to find because you can't buy them at pet stores because most pet stores, I think there's a federal law that they have to be over 4 inches. But if you're doing it for learning purposes or going to explain things on your channel about them, and you can get one at a reptile show or something, got probably, aside from the Reeves turtle, the musk turtle, especially the small little eastern musk turtle is my favorite turtle. Favorite, especially when their babies are so stinking cute. They're like little tiny snapping turtles. They're so spicy, sassy. Spicy Sassy, as chameleons are from Madagascar. You can keep one of those in a 10-gallon. Hey, how y'all late am I? Hey, Joseph Stanley. One of my leopards attacked me and bit. Well, tried to. Let me tell you, you can laugh your butt off, but I have African fat tail, very similar. Did that because I startled her, and razor sharp teeth. Drew blood. She grabbed on and was like hissing, like, I was like, I think she scared me more than I scared her. But yeah, it is so adorable. But I think for me, the easier one would be, because I'm breeding them right now, is a Crested Gecko. The Crested Gecko are so adorable. Problem with breeding them, though, is I keep a divider just in case, that I can put that up and keep the male and female, but so far so good. I only know the Karma Chameleon. Great info. Thank you very much for your help. I can't wait to hear. I do adore the musk turtle. You find out what state you're in. Not all states. My state, I'm allowed to have in possession a eastern musk turtle, but I cannot have in my possession more. I'm not sure. Every state is different with the weirdness on why they pick. Maybe because the eastern musk turtle is common around here. I don't know how common it is, but I don't know why the laws are the ways. The Jackson's chameleon I want the Jackson chameleons. Yes, I do. I want to set up a chameleon enclosure, even if I don't have a chameleon, because they're so fun to set up. They're so fun, and it goes along with most of my plants. There's probably about 15 plants over there on my living wall that would go well, that are not toxic to the chameleon. You gotta make sure you know what part are toxic, what part aren't. They're not big leaf eaters, but I just make sure of that. Call me Eduardo, I'm here lurking. All right, Master Aquatics. That's all that matters, Joseph. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. And I love sharing how far I got so far, because I really feel like I'm not getting anywhere, because the way my mind works, scattered and crazy. I'm doing 15 projects at once, feel like I'm getting nowhere. But then when I just watched that 2-month video that I put together, I was like, oh, I did do a lot. And they only moved out like around Halloween. And during those 2 months, I actually had COVID for 2 of the weeks. So I got to give myself a little bit of credit. Moving in the right direction. I am loving it. And this room and the reptile room, I got to figure out a chair for the reptile room so I can enjoy it. But I think by me going forward and making the rest of the enclosures, and forget about the doors for now, and just make sure I silicone everything, because everything is waterproof now. I'm going to silicone everything. Some of the things that have a little bit of gap in it, I'm going to use expanding foam, carve it out, make nice things, put in different empty flower pots, so that there's places for me to put my greenery. I've got to put the 2x4 up. Got to waterproof it because the floor already has dry lock on it, so I can make a bioactive enclosure. So it's going to have a lot of substrate. It's going to have critters in there like isopods and springtails and whatever is going to take to aerate, maybe even some earthworms. I might even put some dubia roaches, because dubia roaches will breed just fine in a bioactive enclosure if you don't have a serious, like a bearded dragon. Bearded dragon will find those roaches and eat them. But my blue-tongued skink doesn't like them, so they're breeding inside there. So I can go in there and grab out some babies for my baby beardy and stuff. So I like it when I can make my, and then when the spring comes, I'm going to be planting a lot of aquaponic lettuce. So if anybody out there is interested in aquaponics, I would love to chat and figure out if I can use the turtle pond for aquaponics or my outside koi pond for aquaponics, and just start growing my own lettuces and greens and all those. Maybe not tomatoes, because they're pretty tall and heavy rooted, but yeah. See, I got so many things going on. Hey, Skipper. You've been doing tank stuff. How much fun is that? Oh, I am feeling much better now. Back to normal color. You can't sneak up on a chameleon with their eyeballs. Oh my gosh, they're autonomous and they move and They know, oh my gosh, and I know it's my human qualities that I'm projecting on this animal, but he liked to stay hidden. So if I was in there like and I saw him, but I'd keep my eyes moving like I don't see him, where is he? I felt like I was building his ego. It's probably all in my head, but that's how I felt. So that's what I made everybody do. If they saw him, pretend like you don't see him and keep going. I'm sure they thought I was a crazy lady. That's okay. Lucky Smith said, it's easy to find fault in ourselves. You need to learn to praise yourself. Positive reinforcement works best for everybody. I love it, Lucky. That's my 2022 motto. Positivity. Let the light shine on myself, on my enemies, on my friends. Let the light shine. I love it. I love it. I love it. Snoochie Booch. I love that. Sue, do you ever run into mite problems with your reptiles? Not yet. Knock on wood. Not yet. I had a iguana that got them and figured out. Now, when I was propagating the flies, what kind of the flightless flies, the fruit flies, I had them sitting in a 1/4 inch of water. So in case, because if you wait a little bit too long, you're going to be developing, and the water helped keep that from spreading. So I was very careful but I don't have those dart frogs anymore, so I stopped breeding those flies. That was the only time I was worried about it. Here, you should check out Dave Kaufman. Love him. Almost met him at a reptile show. I decided not to go, and he was at the reptile show that I was supposed to go to. Oh, he travels to the habitat. Yes, he does. And I love seeing these animals in their real habitat, which is why I don't have a problem putting my bearded dragons in my bioactive enclosures. I'm not worried about impaction. Oh my gosh, it's time for Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics. I can't wait to see what they got at Repticon. I hope they get to talk about it. I know there's a guest tonight, but I hope they get to talk about what they got at Repticon. I'm so excited. And I'm so excited that you came along and saw how far I got in 2021. And I'm going to keep moving forward. If you stay tuned for Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, I'm going to be putting out my video on my natural aquarium, because I really want to show you a sneak peek, just because I do, because that's how I roll. Oh, yeah, that's it, just a sneak peek, but I went deep, and I went dirty, and I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to share that with you as well. So thank you, everybody, for coming along. Thank you for the super chats and mods. Thank you so much for doing everything you did. Oh, my God, I know. Dave Kaufman is so way cool. So way cool. I was so upset. I wrote him like, I can't believe I was going to go. And he actually responded to my comment saying, oh, there'll be another time. And I'm thinking to myself, no, you travel the world. I sit in my home in Pennsylvania. There's not going to be another time. You're going to be at a reptile show that I'm at. I was so upset. I wanted to fangirl all over him. But anyway, next time, right? Next time. Oh, and keep on the lookout, because I might be making some fish fam mugs. I was thinking about that. Like, I don't know. I need some ideas. I need some ideas for coffee mugs. I think this might be enough side hustle to help me get from check to check. That's what I'm thinking. But thank you guys, and I am so excited. And I will definitely see you over at Bob's, right? Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.